Bibby will try again.
James, recognizing nobody's there, has an appointment with the basketball and finishes it emphatically.
It is the hope that kills. This is the perfect saying for the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah, welcome to the Putback show. Of course, the boys are seated for how do we even describe this discussion? A very interesting one. You see the way Teddy excites. Yes, we are excited in the building. And I mean, look at the intro alone. It's the hope that kills. The Lakers giving their fans hope that they could make a deep postseason run, but I'm sure right now, public enemy number one in LA is Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. LA, only the Lakers side, please. The Clippers side, he's not an enemy. We can deal with them. But for the Lakers, public enemy number one, Jamal Murray.
Who is your daddy? Who is your daddy?
Come on, like they just won the series 4-1. They won the first three. They went to LA for the fourth one, and the Lakers won. And since then, the Lakers were yapping that they were going to make a historic comeback. But come on. In Ball Arena in Denver, on Jokic's court, on Jamal Murray's court. Come on, with Coach Malone there, nah, bro. But what an entertaining series it was. I mean, we expected something like this from these two teams, the Lakers and the Nuggets. And in fact, the rivalry goes way back to last year because in the conference finals they did sweep them, and we thought some vengeance they come. We even have Alan Anthony Davis video where he was like he has spoken to Bron and they won that series matchup again. Well, here it is, and you are home again. So sometimes it does happen. But I mean, the series was definitely an entertaining one. I think they definitely gave us a show.
It was so close, and there were times in the series where Lakers were actually leading.
They led like majority of the minutes in the series
majority
combined, like 1,000 minutes or so.
In the first quarter, second quarter, you find Lakers leading. Maybe from the third, fourth, after the first half, then that's where they start blowing up leads. And it goes to show you that Lakers could have actually won the series.
Were they the better team in the series? Because it kind of felt like for majority of the part.
They were not the better team. You see, you have the whole of the regular season to figure out what you want to do in the postseason. Maybe the kind of roster you want to bring, the kind of strategies.
The 8-man rotation, the 7-man rotation.
And funny enough, AD didn't go down this season. This has been one of his consistent seasons.
And in the series, I mean, he was big for them. Every single game. I think AD, in fact, in my personal opinion, I think AD outplayed Jokic.
He on offense, maybe.
Offense can be a bit close, but
yes,
defense, like a big gap.
A big gap. And playoffs is hard. Playoffs is hard. The opposition team is trying to stop your strategies and is trying to take the ball from you completely. And if you don't get back into your groove, that is it for you. So it is in the heat of the moment you need to solve questions. Because when maybe they bring in a new strategy, what are you doing to stop it? And I felt like every time Coach Malone brought in a new strategy, Davenham wasn't able to solve the question. Because there was the question of Gordon. Whenever that thing came up, in the third series or in the fourth series, game, Gordon just kept eating the whole time and he couldn't solve it. There's a problem of the pick and roll in the fourth quarter. They've not been able to. So there are so many things that the Davenham and the Lakers weren't able to solve in this series. And once you're unable to do it, you lose because you don't have that long stretch of games to be able to figure out, okay, we have 10 matches. Let's figure out within these 10 matches. This is just a series. If you don't, you are going home. And I felt like they weren't able to solve that.
I mean, where the series was won and lost for me is with the role players because we knew what the stars were going to bring in. I mean, the stars did show up. Anthony Davis and LeBron James, I'm impressed with what the Lakers did. LeBron, at this age, he was playing so well. Maybe on defense, questionable a bit, but it's understandable for his age. I mean, Anthony Davis for me was the best player in this series.
Oh yeah.
Jamal Murray was great. Nikola Jokic was himself. But where it was won and lost for me were the role players. We had at the Angelo Russell game where he had 0 points. I mean, that was only the only game where he didn't shoot. I think game one and that game he didn't really play. But the rest of the games, he came to the party. Austin Reeves' defense on Jamal Murray was actually great. I mean, I liked it, but maybe on offense he could have done more. Rui Hachimura struggled too much for my liking. Like, I was expecting more from Rui because in the last postseason run, he was great for them. This time, Rui, I don't know what happened to him. But let's look at the Nuggets. The most consistent player in the series, maybe not the best player in the series, it was Michael Porter Jr. He literally dropped 25 every single game. He was 50% from three, like knocking down. In fact, broken plays, when it comes to him, he will knock them down. And that's what Michael Porter Jr. was all about. So remember that shot you made where the guy said he would pick MPJ over LeBron?
Yeah.
I beg, Lakers fans, you the beg.
Relax. It's a
You the
joke.
beg. But I mean, MPJ was great for them in the game 4. Reggie Jackson came on strong for them. He came off the bench and produced. Aaron Gordon, my guy, like the rebounding was just so good in game 4. He made a huge offensive rebound that just gave them another chance, kicked it out to MPJ, and they punished them. So all the complementary pieces, and that's what makes Denver so good. They don't have maybe the star players like maybe a Boston will have with Jalen Brown, they Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis or Drew Holiday. But it's the complementary pieces that just complement Jokic so well. They've got the slashers, they've got the guys who do the dirty work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so seamless. But credit to Darvin Ham and the Lakers, though. I thought the series was just going to be so easy for Denver that they'll be leading the whole of the way. But come on, the Lakers did play extremely well. True. And we just got to give them credit. But I don't know if Darvin Ham will still have his job. Because it's under a lot of questions.
Very, very shaky.
The fans have been complaining way too much. And I don't know who they want to go for in the coaching pool because I know it's very difficult. And Denver now advances to face the Minnesota Timberwolves. Make sure you're logged on to the Putback show. There will be more coming from there. But there's another big question.
Yeah.
To add to the Lakers. What next for King James? He's 39 years old. He wants to play with Bronny James. Do the Lakers now draft Bronny James to accommodate LeBron James? Who's the next coach for them? There's just so many lingering questions for Rob Pelinka and Ginny Bass and the rest of the front office. Where do you think the direction is headed for them?
For now, I feel like there are so many players who are going to be traded due to this postseason performances. And there were some players who were being protected that now they'll be like,
Someone like
Reeves. Because I am in the during the trade, during the regular season, they were protecting him, and he was.
They gave him a new contract.
He was not up for trade.
Not on sale,
but then now they'll be like, okay, maybe if we can exchange you for a trade or maybe for a player who is higher, why not? They'll do that. And LeBron is 39. He's not going anywhere. He's staying there. Whether they draft his son or not, he's staying there. He will not go anywhere. The only teams he can join now, maybe he goes back to Cleveland, or he goes to Miami, which I don't think will happen, or he goes to Warriors, which it's not even going to happen.
Impossible.
So the only place for him now with his age, it's the Lakers. He should just stay there, and he should be more vocal on who he wants now, because.
I don't think LeBron has a vocal enough. That's one thing I always give credit to LeBron. He makes the front office know we want this guy, we want this guy, we want this guy.
I feel like
they had those guys, but they couldn't go there. And that's where the problem comes. At some point, the Lakers were pushing for Kyrie Irving. And I don't know why they didn't get him. And they decided to stick with D'Angelo Russell, who was good in the last part of the regular season. That's their case. And I know at this point, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, they are probably all on the trading block. And we are hearing names like Trae Young being thrown in the fire. DeJounte Murray's running mate in Atlanta also being thrown in the fire. Maybe the Lakers want a star point guard to maybe give them back. I'm just wondering, if the Lakers had James Harden on their team, it would have been like so.
This is James Harden we are seeing. Oh,
nobody is James Harden. Any James Harden. I feel like they play. But of course, there's also the coaching problem. Who do the Lakers now go for? I mean,
the experiment is too much.
Like, I mean, there are some candidates that you could look at and say, okay, like Mike Budenholzer. Formerly of the Milwaukee Bucks. He's a great defensive-minded coach. He could come in and set up really well for them. He's key for them. But another name being thrown in the fire that was very unexpected for me, JJ Redick. They picked the picker.
The X's and the O's.
From him and LeBron's podcast, maybe LeBron could bring his friend and his son to the Lakers. We don't know what's happening. But, I mean, it was an incredible series. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets and Jamal Murray. I mean, Jamal Murray kept killing those guys. He's now officially the Lakers daddy. I don't think we can dispute all about. Respect. So the Lakers fans, please, petition. Bring your fans to Crypto Arena. Come and support the Los Angeles Clippers as we do that test to the Dallas Mavericks. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Kindly smash the subscribe button. Kindly like the videos. On the playoffs, this is where you want to be. This is the home of basketball. And as Teddy will say, we'll be back with more content. Kindly subscribe to the channel. You're out for now.